Howdy, howdy, howdy. Happy to be here and happy you're here with me. And if you're new here and enjoy this content, I hope you'll subscribe. My name is Heather and this is Southern Gals Crochet. Hello. So today's just a little catch up of what I've been up to for the last 2 weeks. It's been a really rough 2 weeks emotionally and even a little bit physically. So as I had mentioned in my last video, the lady that I take care of was in the hospital, and they were talking about having her moved to a nursing home. So they were contacting me about what to do and where to put her, and having to fill out all the paperwork and all of that. And as I only had medical power of attorney, I didn't have access to her financials or anything like that, so I did the best I could, but needless to say, it wasn't enough. They wanted more. They wanted to put her on Medicaid to help pay for the facility, and it was a whole process that I didn't even know existed. But I did not manage to get any of that done, and it was days and days of going from our little town to the big city and doing paperwork and coming back home and going back to her place and seeing if I can find things, and back and forth, and the hospital was desperate to get her out of the hospital and move to a different facility. So eventually I got put in the direction of a hospice facility, and so that was a temporary 10-day stay. And I was like, okay, well, at least that's 10 days of giving me a chance to find something else, if need be. Well, so this was days and days of figuring it out. I think the last time I talked to y'all was on the 14th, and by the 19th, I had finally managed to get her into a hospice facility, and I was taking a few days just to catch my breath and relax and not have this stress. It was so much stress. And anyway, I don't know. I feel like I should say thankfully, but no, I don't want to say thankfully. Unfortunately, she passed away 2 days later. The lady at the hospice facility told me, she says, a lot of times when people come to our facility, they get very comfortable. There's not all the noise and the interruptions and all of that to interfere with their peace. And they give them a calm, soothing, serenity place to stay, and they usually pass away pretty quickly. And wow, pretty quickly. It was 2 days. I mean, literally 2 days. So next was the process of her final wishes and getting all that kind of stuff done. But I got roadblocked on that because, little did I know, medical power of attorney ends at the time of death. So my job was done. So it all got transferred over to her next of kin, which was her niece. So I I was relieved to not have to worry about the next step, but believe it or not, I actually ended up in the process of it because her niece is so far away and she needed me to be that person in Texas for her. But I am happy to say that my friend is finally no longer in pain, no longer worried about all kinds of things. She was a very big worrier. And so I am relieved for her, and the process is over, and there you go. But that took up literally my whole month of February and even most of my January. So alright, and of course last time I talked to you, I was just fixing to do an event. I went to that event. I have to say, I was not on my game. You know, my brain was elsewhere. And I did not, I could feel myself not engaging with my audience. And of course, your sales will suffer when you don't engage with your audience and with your customers. Sorry, wrong word. Customers. And so, and of course, it doesn't help that it was only 4 hours long and it was cold. Very, very cold. So, that event, I sold a total of 4 items and I made $48. That was it. It was very cold. It was just not a good weekend at all. And of course, like I said, I had so much on my brain. I really mentally was not there. Alright, and so I know I should have came back and did a whole report about how my event went, but I was just swamped in paperwork. Just so much paperwork. Alright. Last time you saw, I had this blanket, and I finished it out with this pretty trim, and it is a 33 by 33 blanket. And so I decided to, you know, because one, I could carry these around with me and work on them without having to worry about eyes and stuffing and all that other stuff. So I just did that. And I started a new one. If I can get I taped the box up. I wanted to show you what I had done here. Okay, so I made another one, and I bought these. The light is shining right on it, but I bought these containers. They are actually, I think they're called cupcake containers. And then I put this label on there, keepsake baby. And of course I need to change that label because it got all crinkled up, you know. But I was thinking about packaging and how that would look. And so this blanket is just brown and blue and brown and blue. I trimmed it out. I don't know if you can see that. I trimmed it out with the blue, the brown and white. Just a very simple, basic keepsake baby blanket, and they're all approximately 33 by 33 square. So I think those are cute. I think it turned out cute. And then I was making another one at my last event. I grabbed the yarn as I was leaving the house, and I was like, I'll just sit there and crochet a blanket while I'm sitting there. And then this one, I've already packaged them up to be ready. This one is pink, purple, aqua, and it actually looks coral, but there it kind of looks dark. And I trimmed it out with white and pink. And so they came out really cute. I don't know if they will do well in my markets or not, but I can hope. It's something I've wanted to add to my markets for quite some time, so we'll see if I'm on to something or not. Probably not, but and then I was, still playing around with this labeling to see if that would be all right or look all right. I didn't want to leave it just plain. I wanted to put some kind of labeling on it, like keepsake baby, just to dress it up instead of just a box. But we'll see how that works out. And those blankets, I will probably not get my time out of. I think I calculated it at 8 hours, and so we're looking at about $60 in just time and materials, or maybe even $70. So I really don't know if those will sell very well. Somebody would have to really want one for a baby shower or something like that, or the new baby. Alright, and of course my little guy, he's peeking up in the corner. And I made this believe it or not, this guy took me probably about 5 days to do. I did the ears, and then I did the arms and a leg, and then I did another leg and the body, and then last night I finally finished the head. But yeah, about 4 or 5 days just to get this thing done. I'm just now starting to get back into the groove of crocheting. After 2 months of barely getting anything done, I really need to step it up and get back into the groove of things. And so just so I felt better the other day, I finished a frog, just so I could say I finished something. Just for the enjoyment of, yay, it's done. And then of course last night I started a black sheep, and as of this morning he has about half a head done and a muzzle. So yeah, I wanted to finish that before I started a video, but hubby's threatening to vacuum, and so I was like, well, I guess I better get this video done. So that's pretty much it. I did do another event. We were supposed to have an event on the I can't remember what day it was. The 21st, I think. And it was supposed to be the biggest event of the month, and it got canceled because of the weather. It was freezing rain, and they did not want people out and about in that mess. So needless to say, that got canceled, and thankfully they put the funds towards another event. So yay. Let's see. And then last weekend I did an event at the downtown courthouse, and I sold 10 items, and I came home with $188. So that was not bad. My best sellers for last Saturday were scrubbies and chickens. I sold 2 sets of scrubbies and 2 chickens, and the rest were all just one-offs. So I'm not my pretty chipper self. I'm trying to get back to being myself, and as of right now, I still have a lot of emotional downness, I guess. I'm a little down. I can say it. I'm a little down. I still feel a little stressed out, even though my stress is, gone, other than the fact that I am so far behind on everything that my life was before all of this. So it's going to take a moment to catch my breath, get myself back to where I need to be, and I hope you stick around and help me struggle through it. And I guess that'll be all for today. I do have another event this coming weekend, so we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed. Alright, y'all have a great day. Happy crocheting. See y'all next time. Bye bye.